What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell for new review videos and reaction videos on my channel. I know some of you are not subscribed, so if you do that, you can stay up to date with all the future content that is coming your way. Now, in this video, I'm reviewing Haunt Season. It's a 2024 independent film written and directed by Jake Jarvie. Now, I was put onto this horror film by a very well-known YouTube channel, Wheezy Waiter, or who goes by Craig Benzine, who he is very good friends with Jake Jarvie. And this film was really interesting, fun to watch. And I'm always looking for new and inventive independent horror movies to watch during the horror season, the spooky season. I love this season. It's my kind of thing. And the chance I get is just to sit back and enjoy it because I like reacting and I like reviewing to independent horror films, whether it be feature films or short films. And this one was interesting. It tells the story of Matilda, who begins working at a haunted attraction, but once she does so, the killings begin happening in very interesting, unique ways. I do enjoy how the director, Jake Jarvie, kind of really captures the essence of the workers. Every single worker gets a great amount of screen time by delivering their dialogue scenes, and each kind of, work well together. And even Wheezy Waiter, Craig Benzine, has a supporting role in this, a cameo in a really good scene. But not only that, the dialogue, as I stated, was really good. You have the independent films, horror films for that matter, really don't have good dialogue, but this was really well done. Especially one line I love is that we're just a bunch of theater kids that grew up but never got real jobs, which is really true, especially for me being a filmmaker myself and a writer and the love of theater. It's really interesting. This is not your typical slasher film. This is a slasher film. I will state that now. It's a reinvention of the genre, and it's very rare that I say it's a reinvention of anything because it's nothing like I've ever seen. There are some scenes where the set pieces are their own characters also, where you see someone standing in front of a house and there's just this big spider kind of set, and it's creepy. If you're scared of spiders, you'll look away for an instant and you'll look back, it's not there. And the ambiance is good too, the lighting aspect, and the feeling of being it realistic, like you yourself are in this haunt attraction with these characters, and it's just like, oh, okay. And it's just the close-ups, the pull-aways, the mid-ground, foreground, and background. So well done. Jake Jarvie also does not hold back from the blood and the killings, which I will say are some of the newest and the freshest I've ever seen in a horror film, especially some that play homage to classic slasher films. I won't give away some of those. You just have to wait and see and check out the film to find out. Haunt Season takes the mold of what a slasher film and genre is and elevates it to where it should be now, which is what we want. It has a mix of comedy, has a mix of drama, has a mix of scares, and all of a sudden it just comes in and it's like, wait, all right, now we're getting into the mold of this is not your typical slasher horror film. Not only that, it's a new, fresh, and again, with someone with a keen eye on horror. Jake Jarvie is a big horror fan, and it goes to show. And he even makes a cameo appearance himself in the movie. It's one of those, if you blink, you'll miss it cameos. He's like doing the Hitchcock thing. And it's really good to see. The editing is really good, and the close-up shots, like I said, over the shoulder, and the feeling of anticipation and dread is there. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening. Also, there are some funny laugh out loud moments as well, where it's just like, okay, it breaks the mold of it being a slasher horror film. You're lost in it. Comedic bits happen, and it's like, all right, whew, tension dies down, but then all of a sudden the next scene it revs up again in a whole new interesting way. Then Jake Jarvie wrote and directed a solid slasher fun film that kind of doesn't take itself too seriously. And for me, I love independent horror films, or horror films for that matter, that don't take themselves too seriously but are keen on the filmmaking side of things, and it really is and really shows. you can tell with a passion that this was his passion project of his from the get-go. He himself, like I stated, is a true horror fan, and it's so fun to see. I want to see Jake Jarvie do more horror films. From what I've heard by watching Wheezy Waiter and watching Jake Jarvie's YouTube channels, I've heard that this was in development for a few years and it just got going. I mean, as I watch Wheezy Waiter videos, he stated he was in his friend's horror film. I was like, okay, something's going on. The wheels are rolling. What is this horror film? And as it got closer and closer, I was like, I gotta check this out. And I did that, and I did so. Haunt Season is now streaming on Apple TV Plus, and you can't miss it. I mean, get this up there in the top 10, top 5, make it the top #1 in that genre, and it will be fantastic to see. For me, Haunt Season gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Haunt Season, written and directed by Jake Jarvie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story, the setting, the characters, the look, the feel? Do you think that this is your typical slasher film, or is it something you did not expect going into it? And do you like independent horror films that you've never heard of? You go into it, you're like, wow, I'm really impressed. Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and also let me know what rating you would give Haunt Season. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next review video.